Okay, so here are all the ingredients that we're going to need. As you can see, we've got our bloomed yeast right over here, bloomed gelatin to give it structure right there, and these are the flours that we're using. We're going to be using corn flour and rice flour that we milled in-house, and we're going to turn all of these beautiful things into a gluten-free rice bread. We're going to turn all of these beautiful things into a gluten-free rice bread.
But also without eggs, because eggs are frickin' expensive right now. So it's one of those, we're trying to create something without eggs. Gluten-free is one of those, if you're a baker, you are going to be challenged, because basically you are trying to recreate gluten. Gluten is what makes things fluffy. Gluten makes things like beautiful and good and soft, and you know, anything with gluten-free, you're dealing with chemistry. You're dealing with reaction. So everything is an experiment. So literally we're conducting an experiment today. Trying to do it without eggs, so we're extra being hardcore. You know, even if it's a fail, that is, you know, that tells us a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yes, exactly. And it's right now, the experiment is worth the purchase price, if you will, because again, we milled all of our grains here in the house this morning. So if it doesn't work, we'll just try again with some more fresh milled grains.
And the goal is to be sustainable. We're kind of covering all of that for ourselves. We want to be as providing for ourselves as much as possible with what we grow, with, you know, us having chickens, of us having our own eggs. So eventually this won't be a big deal. But it's nice to know now, and also as backup of, like, you never know what the chickens are going to do. Not easy.
Yeah.
At all.
Right. And we're doing a lot of experiments today, not just with our home milled grains, but also the gelatin.
Yeah.
We're not using xanthan gum. We're not using chia seeds or flax.
Xanthan gum is just so, it's one of those processed things there is.
Yeah.
But they try to put it in everything just because it's easy. But it's literally like, if you read what it actually is and think about it.
Oh, that's true.
Because it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Well, this is definitely not a vegan bread. We are using yeast. We are using gelatin, but no eggs.
But we'd be doing eggs anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
So, yeah. All right. Well, guys, we're going to put this together and see how she works.
Which we ground ourselves, not me, her. Not that I wouldn't. So we got our corn and beautiful.
Beautiful. Non-GMO corn.
Oh, this look how fluffy.
Oh.
This is rice flour, and this is our own rice flour.
Yes.
Look how fluffy, look how pretty.
We just milled that this morning. I love it. And then all of these.
Okay, let me put things to the side.
Look at the bloom on that yeast.
Gorgeous. Okay, then we have the salt. And we'll put up the recipe so you guys know exactly how much we're using and all of that.
Yeah, assuming that this works.
Well, yeah. Ew.
Oh, apple cider vinegar is next.
Apple cider vinegar.
Yep. Yes.
Now we have olive oil in honor of me because I'm Italian.
Yes, it has to be olive oil bread.
Okay. It's gonna because it's olive oil. It's gonna give it a little bit of a taste, but that's not bad because it would be super plain before.
I was gonna say rice needs it. It'll be a lovely, savory, gorgeous.
So let me get all that stuff together. I'm gonna do a little bit at a time.
Oh, look at it! Oh my gosh!
Look at this.
Look at that!
Can you see that?
That's disgusting. I love it.
That's the most disgusting thing I've seen in my life. I love it.
I love it. There's a close-up of the incubator.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of sustainable,
yes,
these are babies.
They will be babies.
And we'll have to show the other babies later.
Absolutely. Yes. We'll see how she is in an hour and a half. All right. Nap time.
Beautiful.
Now the reveal.
It has been an hour and a half, so let's see what's happening. Ooh.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look how it's smoothed out, too. Thanks. So, basically, this is going to go in the oven for 30 minutes at 350, and we will see what happens.
see it's getting brown there on the edges, so we're going to go ahead and just take this out. We put a layer of butter on top, so that is what that glisten is. Okay, I'm just going to pick this up and put it here on a cooling rack to cool.
Very cool.
Smells like really good. It smells savory and
well, we'll see. Let's as I said, let it cool down a little bit, and then we will cut into the sucker and
cheers. Cheers. Let's try it.
crunchy. There's a little texture, but it's not anything crazy. Because this is pretty much like an empty canvas.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. I'm actually impressed that
it doesn't taste weird though, and it doesn't have this weird texture or anything. I was kind of concerned.
And it's not really crumbly. I thought it would be super duper crumbly, like a Nature Valley bar or whatever, you know?
It's actually staying together pretty well.
Yeah, it's not very crumbly.
It has a decent like moisture level.
And the crust is really good.
No, I think it's definitely like a win, and we can just up it from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Success. The AI actually gave us a good recipe. Cheers. So, you know, this is one of those, no matter what, us having a backup so we can actually have bread. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Every time, even I've done stuff before where I've made this one kind of bread a billion times, and then, you know, one thing like the yeast is not good enough. You know, the yeast won't bloom enough. You know, something temperature-wise even, because gluten-free is very weird with that, of like sometimes you have to freeze it and change, like, I mean, you're changing the structure of it to make it where it works, because a lot of times it's thinner. So like with cookies, I have that when I make cookies, I have to freeze them and then do it, because the way they cook, if I have them regular, they will burn and they will not like rise. But if I freeze them, you know, the overall idea about it is they'll do it a lot slower, so they'll actually rise, and it works. But that was an experiment. You know, that was an experiment of like the different things together. I mean, as I said, you are a chemist.
Yeah, literally.
And also, you can't have your feelings be hurt, because, as I said, everything's knowledge, everything's testing. It will try to mess with you, and it is not easy.